coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Appreciate the support. Let's go. Let's get it, man. We on the road to 150K. 150, man. Who would have thought that? Who would have thunk it? But we almost there, man. Let's go. Let's get it, man. We got to get to 150 so we can have the next big meet and greet. We got to have it, man. It's going to be extravaganza. Shout out to everybody on my membership, man. We on the road to 2K. We got a minute to get there, but big love to everybody who support me over there, man. I appreciate it, man. It is a blessing upon blessing. I appreciate you, man. Blessings to all of y'all. Let's go. Let's get it. And big love to everybody who gift memberships, man, especially Mr. Membership. Shout out to you, man. Let's get it. Listen, man, I'm going to tell y'all a story today that I've never told before. I've never told this story before, man. I've never even recited it to nobody because of the simple fact that it was so crazy. And this is how doing time will get you. You know what I'm saying? When you in a world that you ain't never been in before, you seeing things you ain't never seen before, it will overwhelm you, right? So at this point in time, I done been locked up in the jail, man. I stayed in the jail for over a year. I know over a year. I'm not sure exactly how much time because during this time, as you can expect, I was discombobulated, you know. I was in a zone. But I know when I was in the jail, I was in a lot of fights in the jail, man, because I was confused. I wasn't going for nothing. I didn't know how doing time was, so it was crazy. So when I get to receiving, right, this is supposed to be the pre-prison. Receiving is prison, but it's section off. It's not the actual yard. You're not on the big compound, but you're in prison, right? So when I get to receiving, I get to Southampton receiving, right? I can remember the first celly they gave me in Southampton receiving. And it was a dude. He was from Petersburg too. Crazy little dude, man. Crazy little dude. I think his name was Rail, right? And he coming back. He done been in prison before, so he coming back and he in receiving with me. First celly that I had in receiving, right? So I'm like, man, he trying to like give me game and tell me this, tell me what to expect, this, that, and the third, right? But he seemed a little off, so I ain't really, you know, this before I knew all the Petersburg stuff. Little I knew all the Petersburg dudes that I would meet later on in life was a little off, you did? So he trying to give me game and tell me this, tell me that, you know what I'm saying? I'm young, I'm like 20, you know what I'm saying? He might be late 20s, maybe early 30s or something like that, right? So we sell partners at the time. We the first ones to sell partners. So at nighttime, they have, you know, to make their rounds, they walk around, look up in the cell, put their little head in the slot, look up in the cell and, you know what I'm saying, see what's going on, this, that, and the third, and, you know, make sure everybody okay, right? So dude was, like I say, he was kind of off. I'm new, I'm green, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying, as you could expect, like I said, I'm discombobulated because I don't know, you know what I'm saying, I'm still in a daze, man. These people just gave me so much time I can't even calculate it. I don't even know what that means, you know what I'm saying? So I remember being in the cell one night, and it was a female who started the shift. So when she started the shift, that means she's going to be the ones making the rounds. I remember she came around the first time. She looked in there. She said, y'all all right in there? And this Bama had took his mattress and put it on the floor. I'm on the bottom bunk. He on the top bunk. He had took his mattress and put it on the floor. So basically, he right beside me, right? And he would lay on the joint and, you know, be trying to kick it with me at night, talk about Petersburg, talk about boo, you know, what he did, all this, how long he been locked up, and this is his second time, and how he got caught, and all this stuff that I ain't want to hear. But I'm just listening to him. So I remember when the female came around, right, he was like, oh man, she on shift tonight. Okay, oh yeah, that's what's up. I got to have her. I'm like, what is Bama talking about? What you mean you got to have her? She ain't, you know what I'm saying, gonna give you no place. She ain't checking for you. Woo woo woo. So he up under the blanket. So when she come around the second time, right, and she put her face in there, and then she give it a roll out. He said, "Hey, hey, hey," and she looked back in there. She told me, "What's going on?" And she called him by his government name. She said, "What's going on? What's up?" Said, I might need some Tylenol, right? So she said, "You need some Tylenol?" He said, "Yeah." So she looking at him like, "You better stop playing with me. All right, I'm gonna get you some Tylenol, but stop playing with me." So I look over at him because I'm on the bed. I'm laying there. I'm trying to go to sleep. I look over at him, and he up under the blanket, but I can see the blanket moving, right? I can see the blanket moving. Now, mind you, I ain't never dealt with nothing like this. I can see the blanket moving. So I'm assuming I'm putting two and two together when she said, "You better stop playing with me." I'm thinking he up under the blanket, call her back, and he talking to her, but he playing with himself, and she see the blanket moving, so that's why she say what she say, right? So now, you know, my adrenaline started to flow and everything, because in my mind, I'm saying, man, I know this joke ain't in here, you know what I'm saying, woo, playing with himself. Well, I'm right here, right beside you. Mind you, you supposed to be on the top bunk, but you done put your mattress on the floor. Tell me it's cooler down here or whatnot, right? So I'm like, man. So boom, when she leave, right? I'm like, man, you all right? He said, yeah, I'm good. You good? I said, yeah, I'm all right, man. I don't know what you got going on, man. He was like, man, I'm minding my business, man. This is what doing time is. You don't know nothing, young blood. You don't know nothing about doing time. We doing time, man. You better get hip, man. We doing time, man. We ain't got no females. I said, yeah, all right, man, tighten up, though. He said, man, ain't no tighten up, young blood. You need to tighten up. So I'm like, okay. So I roll on over, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I can see right now. I can see what's coming. You know what I'm saying? I can see what's coming because I know me. You know what I'm saying? I know me. So boom, about an hour later, she come back and she hit the door first. So I'm over on the other side facing the wall because he over there. I'm on the other side facing the wall. So I heard her say, hey, and call him by his government name. Say, I got this Tylenol. I guess, boom. He said, okay. He said, put it in the slot. So I heard the keys. Ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. She opened the slot. When she opened the slot, she set the joint in the slot. And she said, you gonna get it? And he said, yeah, just push it in. I got it. And I guess she looked through the slot and she said, hey, you mother MF, right? She said, yeah, I'm gonna write you up. I'm gonna write you up. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write you up. You think I'm playing with you? I don't play that. So I'm still facing the wall, right? So I roll over. When I roll over, man, this Bama got the blanket pulled down and he playing with himself. And he wanted her to see it. So she grabbed the medicine and closed the slot. She said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You going to the hole. You MF, you going to the hole. Right? So she closed the slot and she leave. But I done rolled over and seen this Bama, right? So he laughed. He told me, she ain't gonna do that. She ain't gonna do that, young blood. She just talk trash. Man, I pulled that blanket up off me. I rolled over and set up. I said, hey, man, what you doing, bro? He said, bro, we doing time, man. What you talk about what I'm doing? We doing time, man. You know what I'm saying? She like it. She want to see what's going on. I said, hey, bro, you can't do that in here, man. I'm right here. What is you doing? He told me, you can't tell me what I can do. What you talking about, man? What you talking about, man? I'm in the penitentiary, man. I'm getting ready to go back to the penitentiary, man. I got 15 years. I'm getting ready to go back to the penitentiary, man. I said, bro, I don't care where you get ready to go. I'm getting ready to go to the penitentiary. I got life sentences. I said, don't do that in here when I'm in here, bro. I ain't with that. Don't do that, right? He said, man, you don't tell me what. And he went to get up. So he stood up, so I stand up. So he told me, man, you don't tell me what. Man, I took off. Bang, 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 boom. Man, I hit him. Bing, 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 bing. He fall back up against the wall. The Bama charged me, grabbed me, boom, slammed me down on the bunk. So we tussling in this joint, right? So we making so much noise, other people heard us. They said, oh, yo, somebody fighting. Yo, somebody fighting. Yeah, get him. So we up in this joint rumbling, right? I'm up, this Bama on top of me. I'm trying to get him up off me. I'm tussling with him, right? You know what I'm saying? And he ain't got on nothing but some boxers. I ain't got on nothing but some boxers and a t-shirt. He ain't got his t-shirt on. So we tussling and everything, right? Now, I ain't gonna lie, he's strong, so he on top of me. Why he on top of me, right? He trying to hold me down. He telling me, so, I'll kill you in here, young blood. I'll kill you in here, young blood. Man, I bite that Bama straight on the neck. Show did. Show did. Because I couldn't get him up on me. I try to rip his, whatever that vein is in your neck, I try to rip that joint off. He start hollering. Ah! Ah! He start just let me go and start swinging wild on me, right? So I'm biting him. And he trying to push off and pull away, but I got his neck, man. I'm telling you, I'm like Dracula on this, man. I'm like Dracula on this, man, because I'm like, man, this joker crazy. He in here playing with himself. I'm right beside you, man. What is wrong with you? So, boom. He finally push away, he back up. He like, ah! Ah, he holding his neck. I jump up and dive straight in his chest. Bop, 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 bop. Drive him down to the wall. So when I get him down to the wall, then I heard the keys. Jing-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. The keys coming. Oh, they looking from in cell to cell to see where the noise at. Man, when they got to that cell, man, I'm stomping them. Man, I got him down in the corner, just stomping. He balled up like this, and I'm stomping him, right? They told him, back up off of him, back up off of him, back up off of him. And they bust the door, they run up in there. I turn around on them, they just charge me. Jump on me, man. It's about 3 or 4 of them. They jump on me, they out of shape and everything. I could have tussled with them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I could have really tussled with them, because it's about 3 or 4 of them. One of them is a girl. I could have tussled with him. I ain't even tussled with him. I let him go ahead and ball me up, pressing me up and everything. They get me up out of the joint. You know what I'm saying? They come get him. They take me in the room, take me in the sergeant's office, and they ask me what's going on. I said, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They say, oh, you know what's going on. Y'all in there fighting. What is? I ain't say nothing. I already know. You know what I'm saying? Loose lips sink ships. So I said, man, I don't know what's going on, man. I said, man, we just, you know what I'm saying? We just got in the altercation. They said, about what? I said, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't even remember what it's about. They said, oh, you a tough guy. You want to be a tough guy. So he looking in the computer, and he looking at my files, my paperwork or whatever. He said, oh, man, you got all this time. You can go to penitentiary, and you in here playing games already? This is what you want to do? I said, man, I ain't doing nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, you get a break tonight. I said, huh? He said, you don't get a break tonight. He said, only reason you don't get a break because I know what he just did to my officer. And I ain't got no love for him. I wish you would have stumped his whole head in. Because if you wouldn't have did it, we was coming to get him anyway. He said, yeah, so I'm going to put you in another cell. Or do you want to go to the hole? I said, I want to go to another cell. I said, I want to go to another cell. He said, yeah, well, that's where you going. He said, but I'm going to let you know right now. This is the first and only pass you going to get. He said, with the time that you got, you need to be worried about doing that time. He said, because I'm going to give you a pass right now. Because of what he just did to my office. I know what he did. We didn't even come in there and give him what he was looking for. But I'm going to give you a pass. He said, I'm going to put you in another cell. He said, I'm going to put you on wings, such. Boom, boom, boom. And that's what he did. He gave me a break. First break I ever got, first fight I ever got into and received. Well, because the dude was playing with himself. Right beside me. What the? Yeah, Petersburg, Bama, man. Real, man, you know who you is. I hope you out, but you freak Bama, man. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't, even then, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't compute with that, bro. Come on. No. I'm right here, bro. Ain't gonna be none of that up in here. You do that when you in here by yourself. You don't do that when I'm up in here. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you making me a co-conspirator to your tomfoolery. Nah, I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? So they put me in another cell. That's how I ended up being in the cell with the other dude that came from Richmond that everybody knew. You know what I'm saying? And his name was Becky, and he was supposed to be like this big drug dealer. Family was, you know, allegedly big drug dealers down there. Woo. You know what I'm saying? And then I eventually got upset with him. I was in cell with the white boy, tried to stuff with the white boy, and the next thing you know, they did that stuff to the Italian boy. He turned around, swing on me. I turned around, piece him up, and I guess they would say, "Oh no, we know what you did over here." And then you fighting somebody else. Boom, send me straight to the wall. You know what I'm saying? Straight to the wall. You know, all of these circumstances was not in my control. None of these circumstances was in my control. This is to let you know how prison would do you. This is the inception of me getting ready to go to prison. And I'm going through all of this already. You understand? This is how unpredictable prison is. I don't know if Bama gonna be in the cell with me playing with himself. I don't know somebody else gonna be throwing stuff in the back of the dude's head. He gonna turn around and swing on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know none of this. You see what I'm saying? So it was crazy to me, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, boom, this is the world that I'm getting ready to be in. And in my mind, I'm thinking, man, this is a crazy world that I'm getting ready to go in. And little did I know, it was crazier than that. You know what I'm saying? But this is how my bit started off. This is how it started. You know what I'm saying? So crazy, man. But yeah, man, I had never told nobody that, man, because and I know it's kind of crazy, but it's kind of like embarrassing. I'm like, did a dude is, playing with himself, masturbating right beside that man was masturbating beside me on the girl, man. You know what I'm saying? He know the girl coming, but it's two people in here, bro. It's two people in here, bro. And I don't know. In my mind, I'm thinking, being that I'm turned over and faced the wall, did she probably have some type of animosity towards me because she feel like I know what he's doing and I'm a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I was thinking. And I'm like, no, bro, but either way, you can't be playing with yourself in this cell, bro, when I'm up in here. Bro, you ain't be getting nothing hard in here but these concrete walls and this floor, bro. Ain't nothing getting hard in here but these walls and this floor, Jack. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I'm so young and green at the time. I'm like, how you even get a hard on when another dude is in this cell with you, bro? What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So, man, I just snapped, man. I pieced him up decent. I can tell you that right now. Yeah, if he see this, he'll tell. I pieced him up decent. I was young too. I'm crisp. Them Jones coming. They coming up out there. You understand me? They shooting up out that jump. You know what I'm saying? I bit that man in his neck. I know he got a plug in his neck to this day. In the words of Dante Wilder, to this day, I bit, man, I was trying to pull his jugular vein because I couldn't get the man up off me. I couldn't, he was bigger than me. He was stronger than me. That's facts. He was bigger than me. He was stronger than me. I could not get him up off me. So what I do, I go to, I try to rip his whole, whatever is up in here, I try to pull it out. I try to pull it out, man. But yeah, man, that was my first rumble in, you know what I'm saying, in receiving. That was the first time I got in trouble. And I only got in 2 fights in receiving because of the situation with the Italian boy. And they said, man, you got forever and a day. Little did I know, you ain't got forever. We got something for you. We're going to send you to the wall. Send me straight to the wall, bro. Straight to the wall. And I come in the penitentiary humble. I come in the penitentiary minding my business. I come in the penitentiary, don't know nobody. Ain't looking for no trouble. Ain't running from nothing, but I ain't looking for no trouble. You see what I'm saying? And all of this happened to me. So when people had that concept in their mind, man, you can go in the penitentiary, just mind your business, do your time, you gonna be, man, that's a folk tale, man. That's a folk tale, man. It ain't no truth to that. It ain't no truth to that. The reason why it ain't no truth to that is because you don't know and you cannot control what somebody else is gonna do. I couldn't control that Bama. He thought I'm a little young rookie. I couldn't control him. You understand? And in my mind now, after I did so much time, I don't know what he might have did. Once he figured like he could do that in front of me, what he might have tried something. See what I'm saying? Ain't no telling. He would have died for sure. But I don't know that. You see what I'm saying? But you have to put your law down, man. You have to make your own rules and regulations of what you will go for and what you will not go for at the inception of you doing your time. It ain't no you got to wait and wait. No, because whatever it's going to be a part of your, you know what I'm saying, your mentality. What you going to stand for and what you ain't going to stand for. And it's a line between, cowardice and being humble. It's a line that's drawn right there. You could be humble, you could be meek, but it's a line between coward and meek. And that line is so thin, man, that you have to draw that line immediately to let a person know, bro, you got me effed up. This ain't going down. Not around me, not none of that. And if you don't do that and you ain't willing to do that, man, it's gonna be rough going for you, bro. Cause they gonna try you in prison just as sure as grits is grocers. One way or another, subtle ways, blunt ways, every kind of way, it's gonna come at you. You just gonna have to deal with it as you see it. And ain't nobody telling you how to deal with it. It's gonna be up to you. it's gonna be up to you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that was a crazy, crazy situation, man. I hadn't even seen that yet. You know what I'm saying? Coming from the jail, going right, I hadn't seen that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even know it was a thing. I didn't even know at the time they called it gunning. I didn't even know what that was. I'm just like, man, you pulling your meat out on the bro, man. I'm thinking in my mind, if you do that, you going, you know what I'm saying? They're going to give you like some type of sex case or something. You know, I didn't even know it was a thing. I heard about it in the jail, but that, man, no, not around me, bro. I don't want to be around it. I don't want to be no participant in it. I didn't know if I could be charged as a co-conspirator. All I do is, nah, man, you can't do that up in here. Nah, I don't care how old you is. I don't care how much time you did. I don't care nothing about none of that. Nah, miss me with that. And he was like, who you? Yeah, all right. Nah, that's what I'm talking about. Let these talk. But anyway, man, that's exclusive. I never told nobody that before, man. So y'all talk to me in the comments. I talk back. Big love, TBP Nation. Stand up, man. We on the road to 150, man. Let's go. Let's get it, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. We got lives to save, man. We got people to reach, man. We can't do it by myself. We can't do it by myself. We? All right, then. It's a we thing, not a me thing. Let's go. Let's get it.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.